I've been thinking about giving my wardrobe a refresh for some time now, and I've been wanting to introduce more dresses. Now, I am not much of a dress girl, but they're easy to wear. It's one piece, you throw it on, put on your earrings, your bronzer, your sneaks, and you're out. So I feel like if I can find the right dress brand that I love, I'd also love dresses. The problem is, after searching for years, I haven't found the brand. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make my own dresses, which also means I gotta sketch some designs first. So I'm gonna show you that process. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Mikkel Pelham. I am a digital fashion educator teaching digital fashion design and communication through my company 383 Design Studio, as well as an adjunct professor at the Fashion Institute of Technology. So the first thing I'm going to do is to start looking at some of my current favorite brands and designers. Look at the runway, see if anything stands out to me. And not just dresses, I've also been checking other items that I like to see if maybe I can redesign it into a dress. Now, I want to be clear about something. If I'm designing a new collection, this is not my usual process. Watching the runways, yes, but I'm not looking at existing styles because I don't want to knock anyone off. In this case, because I'm creating something for myself and I'm not going to tell people, oh, I came up with this myself, I'm so creative. I'm giving myself a pass on checking out what's already in store and not creating a concept board. If someone happens to compliment me on the dress, I'm going to let them know that I saw something similar on the Balenciaga runway. And since I don't have $3,000 to drop on that dress and I wanted to make some changes anyway, I decided to make my own. And if any of you are inspired, quote unquote, by other designers, I encourage you to tell a similar story if someone asks you about your outfit. So after some searching, I decided on this Balenciaga dress. Yes, it's pretty simple. And what makes the original special is the jacquard fabric embossed with the Balenciaga name. And of course it's Balenciaga. But what I like about it is the simplicity of the silhouette. As I mentioned, I'm not much of a dress girl, so I'm not really into things that feel very dressed up or ruffly, although I do like a poof sleeve. My aesthetic, as you all see in most of my videos, is very casual. I'm a t-shirt and jeans kind of girl. And when I do get dressed up, I prefer something a little more tailored and sleek. So this shirt dress is right up my alley. It's a little more tailored, but it's still an easy silhouette. I've been seeing a lot of people draw right on top of the picture a lot lately, and I actually did a video on how to do that. I think a lot of people are starting that way, which is fine. You just want to be careful of making it too much like the actual garment in the photo, because there are some nuances that come with a garment hanging on a body that you might not necessarily want to include in a flat sketch. And I'm not just talking about shadow. So you're going to see me draw this sketch, still drawing right on top of the picture, but changing a few things to make it a proper flat sketch, although it's still going to be a little stylized. The other thing you're going to see me do is add in the stitching and construction details, which are needed for a flat sketch. And this is when understanding construction comes in handy. It can be difficult to see things like where the stitching is located. And so this is when your knowledge of how a garment should be constructed has to kick in. Okay, so let's get started. So a few things you may have noticed. First, I only drew half and then reflected it. So even though on the body, the wrinkles and drape are not exactly the same on each side, on a flat sketch, they can be. Second, you'll notice that on the sleeve back view on the picture, you see a little of the front sleeve, but on my sketch, you don't see it at all. That is again how the garment looks when it's flat. Normally you don't see the front sleeve on the back view, but you will see a little of it on the front. Plus, if you look at the right side versus the left side, you barely see the front sleeve on the back, which means it's most likely just the angle of the picture was taken. Yet another example of the small nuances that you really have to be careful of when you're tracing a picture. And of course, you can see I modified this so that I have less buttons down the front. I just prefer having less buttons to button. So I made it into a much shorter placket. But I'm happy with this sketch. I'm going to complete a BOM so I can take it with me to the store when I shop for materials. And if you don't know what a BOM is, make sure you check out this video. And I'm excited about this dress because it's simple. I don't think it'll take me too long to make. And I can see it in a lot of colors and patterns, which means I can make multiple dresses from this one style. Thanks for watching today's video. If you want to learn to use Illustrator to draw your designs and start adding cool pieces to your own wardrobe as well, check out the link in the description to my beginner class. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you find it helpful. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you next time.